Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, we're gonna do a quick little flight here in the CJ3 here citation. CJ3, you guys a little quick look what this plane looks like. Pretty cool plane. It's a small jet. It's fast. It can climb quick. It can fly pretty fairly quickly. Um, Not like your. It can fly above pretty much the commercial air traffic. Get where it needs to go. So anyway, without further ado, we'll go inside here and get this thing rolling. Got to get my flight plan filed as well. All right, we'll close and lock up the doors. Looks like they shut. All right, cool. Go ahead and get our weights set. Turn the battery on. All right, cool. My mic volume was turned down. I usually do that on out of just whatever. Don't want to ever have a hot mic, you know. Welcome on in, Dusty Bookstore. This flight will be a short flight. We're going Indy to DC. We got the Freedom 6 arrival going into DC, which is pretty much like a visual from runway 19. Um, it's kind of a fun approach to fly. I'm going to see how this plane handles it on tight turns and stuff like that, coming into the DC area, so it'll be interesting. Let me get my flight plan filed and stuff, and then we'll get this plane. This plane will not take long. It's got the Garmin 3000. It won't take us long to get everything rolling and ready to go, and we'll be up and on our way soon. We got plenty of snacks on board. This thing is loaded with like snacks. I can click on this thing. Yeah, so we got snacks and we got drinks. So we're good. Hey, welcome in. Hey, we're going over to DC. We're just gonna fly into DC out of Indy, and it'll be like an hour and 18 minutes of airtime. But by the time we get up to cruise, we're gonna be like 15 minutes away from descending. So it's gonna be a pretty short flight. All right, so I just filed the flight plan, and now we're gonna radio in, and I just got a departure clearance. Here we go. One second. All right, so we're climbing up to 5,000. We're cleared for the Mario 5 BDOC transition. Going to final 410, which is 41,000 feet. We're squawking 7333. So once we have that information, we're just gonna go with it, get this thing rolling. Are you saying the volume of my mic is low? Or just like the sound in general? Because I can turn that up. I just had it tuned down. Desktop audio. Testing, mic check. I mean, I'm showing a green bar almost to the yellow, so. Okay. Alright. Okay, good. Yeah, this isn't a loud plane either. It's not really loud. Alright, we're going to verify our approach. Which was Freedom 6. Alright, good. I'm glad you can hear. Just turning on the radio altimeter, setting our minimums. Load that. Just kind of check our flight plan, make sure everything looks fine. Come out of Bucko for Freedom 6. All the way down to 7,000. We'll cross-check our charts on that too on our approach. Once we get up to the air, we'll check the charts. Alright, so that's pretty much all set. Takeoff data, make sure that's in there. Got plenty of runway here. Except our V1. We're probably rotated about 100 knots. So, alright, yeah, we're gonna make this smooth. Like I said, we got snacks on board and stuff. We're gonna accept this initialization. I could run through the whole checklist stuff, but I'm just gonna skip that stuff because I pretty much had it down. One other thing we just have to do real quick is set up, make sure our speed bugs are set, make sure our landing speed bugs are set, and we also want to do aircraft systems, make sure our navigation light, tail lights on, air condition, auto. We'll put it at 69 degrees. Alright, so it's getting dark. Do you guys want to do like kind of like a night ops? Fly kind of at night? I mean, I can always adjust the light or the daytime, whatever stuff. So that's pretty much it. We're pretty much ready to push back and start the engines and get everything going. We're going to do that. We're going to turn that on. We're going to set our altimeter, which is 3,000 on both. 3,000, and we're climbing to 5. So we're gonna set that in right there. Everything looks good. We're gonna set our bearings here. Finesse there, nav 1. Safety lights on. Don't need the wing lights. We can turn those on. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to push back. So let's get that going. Yeah, thanks for coming on board. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a quick flight. It's kind of a chilled flight. You know, bullshit around and chat, whatever. Bring plenty of, you know, Jerry with you.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I always forget to like do an external view to give you guys like a sense of what's going on here. They're hooking up the tug. I don't know why there's a pink texture right there. Something's messed up there, glitched out, whatever.
Locking gear.
This should ask me what I want to do here. We're gonna go nose left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, these engines are really easy to start. That's pretty much all you have to do is press these buttons, push those levers up. That's it. Pull these levers all the way back, it'll cut the engines off. So don't want to really do that when you're in the middle of the sky. So you gotta be careful. This plane does not have auto throttle, so I have to pretty much watch my throttles and stuff. We'll turn on our anti-collision lights later. As we get on the runway. Oh, 67. Oh, should I put it at 67? Well, it's about to rain. It says there's a little bit of rain on the radar, but so we'll see.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Yeah, we were just about to get pushed like beyond that yellow line back there. This yellow line right here. And that's like going into actual like taxiway stuff where you don't want to do that unless you're instructed. So you gotta stay in the ramp area. You do whatever you want in the ramp area, but you don't want to move beyond that line. That's what I was like, I had to stop this pushback because it was just going to push us all the way past that line. I'd get yelled at by traffic control. I got to get my frequency set. Give me a second here.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on the generators there. Alright. Also need to turn on our pressurization so we don't pass out in the middle of flying, you know, when we're up in high altitudes. You gotta have the cabin pressurized. Whoa, dude! He just like matrix through the freaking flight deck, dude. What the hell was that all about, man? Yo, come back here. Explain what you just did there. Holy shit. Nothing's perfect in these simulators. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the lighting up a little bit. We're gonna have a little bit more. We'll make it to where we can get to maybe like a sunset approach into DC. I like that one. Yeah. So we got 1219 on the ground, and the standby will put our tower is 1209. Just make sure that's in standby. Ground tower approach is still up, so we've got all that ready to go. All right, so let me give you a second here. I'm going to call for taxi. In the ground, good evening. This is November Bravo 4429er with Bravo requesting taxi. They hear me at all? In the ground, November Bravo 4429er, ready to taxi. Okay, like no response here. In the ground, November Bravo 4429, how do you read? I can't hear him. He's not saying anything. Like I heard communication earlier, but now there's like nothing. I think I figured out my mistake. I'm going to turn this off. Change this actually to just... This is my own mistake. I had to put it on this one. No wonder. I had it tuned in on the other frequency, but the mic is not on that one. So I just had the wrong box pushed or used. There's like two different ones, COM 1 and COM 2. Well, you're on the right one. We're gonna put our tower 120 here. Now we should be good. The ground. This is November Bravo 4429, ready to taxi.
Was that November Bravo 4429er?
Affirmative.
I remember about 4429er position that jumped kind of pushed. Are you able to make a 180 there?
Yeah, I could definitely make a 180. I just pushed back and it was pushing me almost to the edge of the ramp, so I had to stop here.
Okay. Alright, November Bravo 4429er, runway 23 left, taxi via Tango, Bravo, Romeo, Charlie.
Alright, 23 left via Tango, Bravo, Romeo, Charlie. We'll make that 180. Thank you for doing the full. Or November Bravo 4429. Bam, we got our taxi. Alright, we're going to hold position for November Bravo 4429, no problem.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about that crap push. Probably was pushed back that way.
Oh, we're both having pushback problem.
Remember, Bravo 4429er, main taxi instructions on making Echo now, Echo, Romeo, Charlie.
Alright, then instructions 23 left, Echo, Romeo, Charlie, and we're Bravo 4429.
This is for information, Bravo 4.
We have Bravo, number Bravo 4429. Alright, so now we're going Echo, so we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna set our flaps to take off. That's done. Party Bungle, are you still there? Alright, so we want to get onto Echo. Just right in front of this Delta here. Man, this thing is bright. Okay, so we're going Echo, then Romeo, then Charlie. You guys see that on the chart? Let's see where we're at.
Alright, Delta 321, ready to taxi.
So we're gonna get over here on Echo.
And Delta 321, French Bravo's current, runway 23 left, follow the citation that's just departed ground.
We're about
That's 23 left.
yes, I agree.
So,
Echo, Romeo. sorry. This is easy taxi. We're moving. Show some wing views here once we get off of this turn here. Go. We are moving. We're on Romeo right now. But yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in, hanging out, doing a quick flight. I've flown this thing a few times. This thing is it gets squirrely on you. So we'll see how this goes. Hotel right there. We're making our next right. Oh, not our next right. That's cute. See how far back that Delta is. Holy shit, he's way back there. Like, hurry up, dude. Get your shit moving. Oh, virtually, first flight. This will be awesome. It'll be fun. He lost sight of me, the Delta. Slow this down a little bit. Alright, so here we go on to Charlie now.
45 X-ray Sierra, would you like runway 14 for departure? You can grab stand by 45 X-ray Sierra.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna set this standby to
You grab number 45 X-ray Sierra, runway 14 will be fine.
Charlie 4.
Number 45 X-ray Sierra, runway 14, taxi via Victor Alpha, and hold short of November on Alpha. Taxi via Victor Alpha, hold short of November on Alpha, November 45 X-ray Sierra. Number Bravo 4429er made a wrong turn there. You can make your next right back to the ramp, come back out Kilo Romeo Charlie. You're going to 23 left.
Oh. I'm sorry about that. That was totally my mistake there, number Bravo 449. Can I get those instructions to turn back to the ramp?
Number Bravo 4429er, you can progress your taxi too if you'd like that. Whatever's easiest for you.
Okay. This is fun. I'm on a uniform right now, going back to the ramp. I just made the wrong turn. I was looking at it. I was just a little distracted there for number Bravo 449.
It's all good, yeah. Then come out of the ramp. It's going to be 23 left, Kilo Romeo Charlie.
Right out of the ramp, we're just taking a tour here for 23 left, Kilo Romeo Charlie, or Bravo 449.
It's a safe route.
Alright. I made the wrong turn. I just made a random right turn, just not even thinking. So, Kilo Romeo Charlie. Alright, we got this. We wouldn't hear this stuff as a passenger normally. You're not gonna hear the comms like that.
Yeah, sorry, I was on the landline now. Recording my contact tower with 2019 or devil play.
He was on a landline. I got a phone number to write down. Oh shit. cool.
45 X-ray Sierra KIND-KDCA, runway 14 left via Alpha.
Alright, so we're gonna hang a right here onto Romeo, and then a left on Charlie. Not a right.
14 via Alpha.
Nah, I just made a wrong turn on the taxiway. Nothing big deal. Nothing to. I'm shaking it off. It's already shook off.
3021 Indy Ground, hello sir. Sticking to Billionaire via Charlie Romeo Hotel. Hold short of runway 14 at Hotel.
So now that Delta got ahead of us. Damn. Yeah, I set my heading bug to the wrong way. That's what threw me off. We're gonna be fine, April Rain. We're gonna be just fine. Once we get this thing airborne, get this thing off the ground, it'll be smooth sailing. Landing lights on. Anti-collision lights are on. Lights.
And November Bravo 414, be all the way on the end on the right, and when you get there, contact Tower 120.9 or have a good flight.
Over to Tower 209, November Bravo 449. Alright, let's go to Tower. Transfer that.
Double 321, contact Quick Everything.
Contact
45 X-ray Sierra Indy Tower, you have Be ready to depart.
Alright, parking brakes on for a second.
Like a quick second just to do rental management. No problem, just my time.
Alright, departure frequencies in. Everything looks good. We're gonna be fine. This will be a fun departure. Kind of show some wing views. Oh, whoops, this is closed. We can open it. Show some views outside the wing. Back passenger view. And don't worry, we've got a bathroom back here. Waiting on Tower. I guess they're wanting us to contact him. Good evening, Tower. This is November Bravo 4429. Are holding that 23 left.
Bravo 4429er, Columbus, correction, Indy Tower. Wind 170 at 7, fly runway heading, runway 23 left.
Fly runway heading. We're clear for takeoff 23 left. November Bravo 4429. All right, here we go. We got our clearance for takeoff. Let that parking brake go. Get your popcorn. There's a popcorn bucket for as a reserve, just in case the shitter gets full. You never know, man. Sometimes the maintenance people forget. That's why we have checklists. There's checklists for that stuff too, for these aircraft. All right, so. I'm gonna line up here, just kind of roll out, put the takeoff power in, and we're gonna pretty much have to watch our speed and watch our throttle on takeoff because this thing will go fast. Alright, so takeoff power is set. Bravo 4429 to departure. We'll see you. Alright, now we can switch over to departure. Increase our throttle a little bit here. Keep on that runway heading. Departure, good evening. November Bravo 4429 are climbing in through 3,600 for 5. Maintain 5,000 left, 180, November Bravo 4429. Boom. Left heading 180. Making that left turn to 180. We're moving. Once we get up in the air, it's like, boom. Alright, I gotta keep it under 250 knots. So I gotta pretty much pull my throttles back there. And you guys are hearing the bat sim comms, right? Like that's what makes sure. Left heading 090, no Bravo 4429. 090 is pretty much straight east. Heading wise on the compass. So we're holding that 5,000 feet. We're making that turn. Looking beautiful. Looking back at the airport there, you can see the aircraft out there. We just departed out of. We're keeping this pretty controlled right now. I'm holding my speed where I'm at, which is perfect. 235 knots. We're not really going super fast yet right now. We got party bunghole in the house. Grab a seat, grab a drink. Hopefully they get us higher up here. Holy shit. Did they forget about us? Sorry, I was muted for that instruction, and it kind of froze things up on the screen for a second. We're up to 6,000 now. Vertical speed is climbing about 2,000. And then add a little bit more throttle. You can see our speed going down here. Add a little bit more power. Let's see what we're doing here. Looking at the climb. He's still with me. He's putting me at a low altitude for some reason. It could be due to traffic in the area. He wants to get me out of the way, or keep me at, at a lower altitude. But direct to Mario, November Bravo 4429. So we got a direct to Mario, which is right here on our navigation. So I'm gonna go ahead with the heading bug to Mario, and I do this for a reason, just because it just makes it simpler. You're already on the heading for that waypoint, and then you can go direct to Mario, and your plane's pretty much already there. Boom, it's gonna put that pink line there, and I can switch over to nav mode, And the plane doesn't have to oscillate or do anything. Climb maintain 13,000 over Bravo 4429. Alright, so now we're up to 13,000. Now we can get going. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're climbing. Let's give it a better climb right here. Let's go up to 2,500. There we go. Now we're climbing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Indy Center 28225, November Bravo 44 2. So back to over to Indy Center now, which is 128225. Should have that in the standby. But it's alright, we're climbing. Alright, we gotta push those throttles up. Let's get that climb, let's get that throttles up. Good evening, November Bravo 4429, climbing 9,000 for 13,000. Climb maintain flight level 410, November Bravo 4429. Bam! Okay, now we can kind of chill. We got our final instruction for altitude. Is the sim too loud or am I too quiet? Because I can turn the sim down a little bit. Let's get this set here. I'm using this dial to make it quicker. This thing climbing up, man. Trying to, ooh, not that high. 410. Alright, we can cut off our landing lights. Everything else looks good.
Indy Center, Papa 1496 has the Parkersburg Airport in sight.
No, we're in. We're still in Indy airspace. But I have flown planes in real life. Yes. No, I haven't. I'm just kidding. I'm just a sim pilot. I have been a passenger on many flights, of course. Once we get at cruise, I'll show you guys like the snack bar on this plane. Like this is like a little party bus. I'll show you some fun features and stuff like that. So just prepare for that. But honestly, like it's an industry like I you know, I'm very interested in. I'm very passionate about flying, aviation, aerospace. You know, science, all that stuff, you know. 12 inches, what up? If you know, you know. What up? Took his license away, all damn. Alright, so I'm trying to keep our climb speed like where we at right now, like where we're at right now, about 250 knots. It's kind of where we want to be at, and it can go higher. So I'm going to push the throttles up a little bit, give us some more higher climb speed. I'm going to put this up to like 2,900. Once we get to about 28,000 feet or so, we're going to lower our climb rate.
Huntress reports restricted aircraft. Jet.
We're past 18,000 feet, so we can set our barrels to standard. So far, a smooth departure. We had some issues on the ground there with the taxiing and stuff. That was just completely pilot error. I owned it. I didn't let it fluster me. I just moved on, and just next taxi instruction. Okay, Kilo, whatever. Romeo, Charlie. Okay, cool, got it. Boom. Like, it was nothing. Make a deal of it. But, it happens. Shit happens. But you just deal with it, and you try to make it as smooth as possible. When you're trying to talk to ATC and stuff. And I don't claim to be an expert on it, but hey, experience always wins. So the more you do it, the more you talk to ATC, whatever, the better you get. I just completely was just, enjoying reading the chat and everything like that, and I just took a right on the Charlie instead of a left. That was it. Super. We just had to turn back around. We're back on schedule. Alright, as you can see, we're banking to the right a little bit because we're getting back on a course, staying on course with our flight plan.
Currently about 5 miles west of the Columbus Municipal Airport. 270, 1,500, and I'll be distance from me in a little bit, otherwise.
Yeah, I'll show you guys like everything in the aircraft, some of the Easter eggs and stuff once we get up to cruise.
Alright, so 270, 1,500,
We got to pick up somebody in Oregon. Oh, Fleet Saucer's up in here. I didn't even see that. Fleet Saucer, what up? Why is there a for sale sign in the plane window? I don't know. When that shit was going on, I was in the grocery store. Fly your keyboard basement plane lift tire. I should make that name a mod just for the funsies. No, I'm just kidding. Are you copywritten? Are you fully vetted? Alright, let's take off this checklist. What else can we let's see here. We'll just leave it up. We'll just blow through this checklist like blah 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 blah. We did all that. Did all that. Actually, if we just go over here. Cruise. Alright, so while we're climbing, we're going to go ahead and just pull up DCA, Washington. Approach. Trying to get ahead of things, looking at our inbound into DC, how we're going to come in. We're going to hold 6,000 at real, and then we'll be given, I guess, vectors. Fly your keyboard plane like the lift tires. We definitely lift those tires up when we pull up the gear, the landing gear. the lift tires are in full effect there. Alright, so we're going to bring our rate of climb down to about 2,300 for the last 10,000 feet.
Alright, 12.60, 5,200 indicated. Booster 1, thanks.
Give a little wing view there.
Snap, Parkland 1496, clear of runway 3 on Foxtrot, request taxi to parking. Item 1496,
So-
taxi parking discretion,
I gotta step away for just a couple minutes. I'll leave it on this wing view as we climb out. I think everything will be, everything looks stable. Speed wise, everything looks fine. And I'll be right back. Won't be long, just a couple. I'll be in earshot in case they call my call sign. Alright, I'm back. Check our speed. We're just now leveling off. Perfect. Alright, I added an audio source.
Target 267, considering your frequency.
If you guys can hear
American 267 with you, flight level 13,000, heading 180.
American 267, ND, center, climb maintain, level 330.
Turning to flight level 330.
We're gonna pull the throttles back. Alright, you guys can hear that now, the ATC. I figured it out. I somehow you guys did not hear. You guys were only hearing my side of the ATC and not what was happening on frequencies. But now you guys can hear it. You guys should be able to hear it. Give me something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some features of this fine aircraft since we're at cruise. We're gonna check our VNAV real quick. See when we descend in 21 minutes. So we're gonna descend to 6,000 feet. So we're gonna go ahead and just get that in there. Let me get that all squared away. All right, so let's look at the inside. Let's take a little tour. Come over here. Obviously, we're not going to open that. But if we open this, look what we got. How to fly a plane for dummies. Pretty funny. You click on it, nothing happens. But then you got this little guy. Alright, good. You guys can hear ATC. Okay, cool. Perfect. So there's a little Easter egg for you. We have coffee. So we can make a bunch of coffee for people. Here's our emergency first aid kit. Got some drinks on ice right here, poison. And here's just an empty drawer. And then if we can actually adjust these chairs too. Close this up. Yeah, you can actually pull all the armrests back, which I didn't want to do. I'm trying to close this door. There we go. But yeah, there's where the cups of coffee go. Hold out these tables. Let's go to the bathroom. We're gonna go to the bathroom. Sorry I have to do it this way. Oh. So here's our bathroom. Here's the commode. Oh shit. There's a toilet paper roll. There you go. Here's your extras. So pretty funny. Close that up. Set all these tables up. I'm just going to show you guys because we're going to serve food and snacks and everything. Here's all of our snacks. We got a lot. We also have burgers and Chinese food. And we got drinks. And there's all of our food items. So let's take a look at the quality of the food here. How good is that burger, guys? How good does that burger look to you? We got snacks back here, snacks on the table. See, we're chilling, guys. We got plenty of snacks for everybody to enjoy. Oh yeah, I forgot the burger animates. I should have showed you guys that a little bit better. We can do another burger out there. So everyone's eating. Everyone's full, right? Everyone's got food in their belly. Alright. Let's do the burger up close as we eat it. Wow, that third bite really took a lot out. Boom. He burps. Alright, we'll fold these up. You can also adjust the chairs how you want them. Pretty cool, huh? Snack bar closed. You can open that window if you want to. This is just another little storage thing. These actually come down too. So there you go. There's a little cabin tour. That was a triple, man. That was a triple bypass burger. So everyone's fed. We're good now.
Yeah, 1256. So I was wondering if I could front level 260.
It's 1256. Plan to maintain level 360.
360. 1256.
America 2102, Indy Center, welcome aboard. American 1138, are you on frequency? Gemini 2111, cross Lake Alley, app and maintain on 1000. Columbus out. Recursion 14000. Columbus out.
Unless something catastrophic happens, which is very rare. Like at this flight level, we're high up in the sky. There's nothing in our way. You know, just got to get down to the ground. You're gliding. When you descend, you're just gliding. You're just a glider. Just gliding down. Making this nice bank to the right. Hey, you can see another little airport down there too. So you have options. So if I had something going wrong right now, I needed to get down to the ground, there's an airport right there off the wing that I could work on. They could work me down to getting to landing. Talking to ATC, right? You would say, hey, I have an emergency. I need to get down. I need to land. You know, we're leaking fuel, or you know, we don't have enough fuel to make our destination. We need to land immediately. Whatever it could be. You have options. You have other airports out there around you that you can land. And this plane is versatile. It can land on very short runways and stuff. So it's very capable. Speed's looking beautiful. Trying to get ahead of things here. We are 13 minutes and 46 seconds from top of descent, as you can see there. We can enable our VNAV right there. (3014) on the altimeter, so we can pre-select that. It's kind of stay ahead of things. I thought he said he was closing up or something. I gotta catch up with chat, man. This chat's flying, dude. Boy, I got so many chatters. Man, I must be really famous. So yeah, let me read some of these comments. We got April Rain saying, yes, I heard it. Okay, you're hearing the ATC. Ditto Kiddo. Thank you for that. Alert code yellow. Oh yeah, let me turn it to ATC just in case I say something. Can't eat carbs. I'll take my burger plain. Carnivore diet shout out there with that comment. Well done. April Rain.
And Gemini 2111, expect runway, the visual approach runway 28 left, Sierra's current, descend pilot discretion, maintain 6,000.
Alright, pilot discretion down to 6,000, expect the visual approach 28 left, and we have 0.
So, alright, anyway, yeah. I like how you guys can hear the ATC comms. Next stream, you guys will hear all the... I wish you guys could hear what was going on the ground there when I took the wrong turn.
FedEx 5235, I have a new route for you when you're ready to copy.
Controller was really cool about it. This guy's getting rerouted. That can happen, so you...
Ready to copy.
FedEx 32, or freaking 5235. Go to the Memphis Airport, present position, direct Nashville VOR, Bravo, November Alpha, Wilder 1 arrival.
Clear direct. Memphis or Nashville VOO. Then the Blazer 1 arrival for the
Oh yeah, one other thing.
I just want to make sure it's the Wilder 1 arrival.
Go to hit this button here. I can open all the blinds.
Boozer 1-1, winds
cabin
1706 or my 17 left quarter lane.
I can refill the food and drink, but there's disco mode.
And UPS 54,
so disco mode
45, 41, it'll be about 2 minutes here. Just enjoy the show. F-22 is landing.
Look at that. Party plane, baby. We on a party plane. Yeah.
November Bravo 442-9er. Cleveland Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Over to advisory, November Bravo 4429. We'll see you.
Center, Boozer 1, request overhead brake modal.
Alright, so we're over to advisory right now. Which is fine, but we're going to be going into the DC area airspace soon, fairly soon. And we'll be able to reconvene with them. So we have no ATC for about maybe like 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, triple burger, alert code yellow. Yeah, April Rain, when you fly, like, when I first flew with my my mom or whatever, like, she was like, we're not even moving. Doesn't even look like we're moving. And I'm like, we're moving. I'm like, we're just really high up. I'm like, believe me, we're moving way faster than you could think about on the ground, like how quickly we are going. Ground speed. This thing can do ground speed of like 416 knots. I mean, that's ground speed, so that's like as if you were on the ground going the route. Like, that's how fast you're going. It's pretty quick. Obviously, the higher up you are, the less friction on the aircraft. It operates more efficiently at altitude than it does on the ground. Because on the ground, you're fighting wind, you're fighting air pressure, temperature, all that stuff that are factors for departing whether you want to do a flight or not. You might be like, dude, I don't even want to fly because it's too foggy. I can't see anything. I don't want to go try to fly. You got to factor all that stuff in. Commercial airplanes, they can fly in the fog, they can fly in the rain, they can do all that, but they're instrument trained pilots that can handle that stuff. But like a small plane like this, you know, it can handle it too. But you probably don't want to go into any icing conditions or any storms. Even commercial aircraft, they'll avoid storms. Flights get diverted because of storms, weather, or you get put to a holding pattern because of weather. You just do like a circle at a waypoint until you're cleared to, go back, descend or whatever. That didn't make it with anybody. Yeah. If you guys heard the communication on the ground between when I made that wrong turn, it was comical. It wasn't anything serious. I was like, oh, I'm just giving him a tour. And then he said something like, I'm on a landline, I have to make a landline call or something like that, which is like pretty much when you fuck up as a pilot on the ground or whatever, they're going to eventually say, hey, I've got a phone number for you to call because possible pilot deviation. And like, that's not what you want to hear. It's like breaking traffic laws. And you don't want a record of breaking of taxi laws and flight rules and stuff like that. You don't want that on your record because it'll stick. It doesn't go away. There's no whatever. It's there. You did it. It's there. Good news, passengers, we are 6 minutes and 8 seconds from our descent into the DC area. So put your tables up. I think I did all that. Snacks are put away. We're looking good. Oh yeah, and we're putting out the chemtrails, aren't we? We're actually not right now for some reason. Actually, we are. It's there. You can see it. It's there. Barely, but it's there. There's some chemtrails out there. Look at that. It's changing our weather. We're gonna outlaw it in certain states, but how does that even work? That doesn't make any sense. 12 inches for Trump. What up? I am not going to read chat while I'm flying. Like, I will not. I'm sorry that I am right now, but normal procedure. See, that's what got me in trouble. 12 inches. I think it was you. It was your chat comment that threw me off, that I had made that right turn on Charlie when I should have made a left. And you fucked up my whole stream. Thanks a lot. 12 inches. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. If you guys can see like this little notepad, I have a notepad where I write down everything, the frequencies and everything. It's flawless. It's flawless. I wrote down the taxi instructions and like I was on track, but I made the wrong fucking turn. There's some chemtrails coming in. There's a plane right underneath us flying. Look at that. And that's not an AI plane or anything. That's like somebody out there flying on the network, just like I am. There they go. They're putting their chemtrails out. Alright, I'm getting PDC'd. So I need to go over to DCA 13372. Let me make sure that's in there. Cross Bucko at flight level 310. Alright, well, we're good. We're good on that. Sorry, I got a little message there. You heard that little beep. The pilot does not read chat. The co-pilot is, actually, there is no co-pilot. This is a single pilot plane. You don't need really a co-pilot. It's nice to have somebody next to you to help you make sure you're doing what you're doing correctly. Always good to have two heads are better than one in a cockpit. Just pure, going solo flying is, you're solo. You rely on yourself. You don't have anybody else that can help you talk on frequency while you fly the plane, or you know what I mean. Like, it helps take the workload off and makes the process smoother. But a little thing like this, nah, you're good. Single pilot, like full passengers. Anyone that sits in this seat must, they don't have to really technically be a pilot, but they gotta have an understanding of, like, don't touch these switches, like, don't push buttons and fuck around with shit. So we're just there, 2 minutes out from top of descent, and basically we're gonna descend down. It's gonna take a little while, as it always does, coming in, but as we descend in, we will we'll get ATC to pick us up on our way in. So be ready for all that. Alright, T-minus 1 minute until descent. And you can already see on the primary flight display the V right here for VNAV, our bottom altitude for the next waypoint, and our descent rate here at 2,000, minus 2,000 feet per minute. And I just got to pull back the throttles pretty much. Alright, I'm going to step away for just a minute as we get our descent going, but I'm going to be like within reach of my throttles here. Holy shit, we got to keep the speed. Alright, 1 second. Alright, I just got a ping from DC Center, so let me tune in with them. 133, make sure you got that. 13372. No. Washington Center, good evening. November 4429, descending through flight level 360.
November Bravo 4429, Washington Center, descend to be Freedom 6, arrival landing south of Washington, altimeter 3014.
Altimeter 3014, Freedom 6, landing south, November Bravo 4429.
November 1 Tango Alpha, radar service terminated for exchange approved. New York is closed. Good night.
Frequency change approved. November 1 Tango Alpha. Thank you.
DC Center, Aero Mexico 3011 Heavy with you, flight level 3900.
Air Mexico 3011, Washington, good evening. Cleared direct.
Alright. We're back on with frequency, chat.
Clear direct Dorn.
Aero Mexico put my throttles up a little bit here. Get us
American 273, contacted Atlanta Center 132.907.
132.907, you do good work, American 273.
Yeah, we'll see you. United 2054, Wash, good evening, climb maintain file 400.
11985. They're still up. Potomac approach is still up. We're at 11985. So we'll put that in the standby. Because we're descending, we want to make sure we stay ahead of things, right? Always stay ahead of the flight. So we got that pre-programmed in for that next frequency to Potomac approach. And I think that's it. I don't think we have ground. Nope, we have no ground. We'll pick up the ATIS at Washington.
Washington Center, Southwest 197, 3700, across Juliet 350.
Southwest 197, Wash, right here.
CA ATIS, formation Victor. So we want to give that to the approach controller. We want to tell them we got Victor, and we're with you at whatever. We got Victor. So we're good. Everything's looking smooth on the descent.
American 600, cleared Bully.
We're gonna get a nice little sunset of arrival. Oh,
American 600, cleared Bully.
Direct Bully for American 600, okay.
And then we'll just double check
American
our
731,
chart.
runway 23 left, clear to land, wind 150 at
This is the
6.
Freedom 6.
23 left, clear to land, American 731.
Yeah, so rule it. We're holding at 6,000 until advised.
JetBlue 132, Boston
got
is closed.
6,000
Radar service
in the
terminated for
box,
exchange
so
period.
we're looking good.
Thanks for your service. Over to Unicom for JetBlue 132.
Zoom that in just a little bit.
November 80 Yankee Cross, 30 miles north of the Myrtle Beach Airport at 1000. The Fayetteville Operation in Wilmington altimeter 3018.
Set passengers.
Alright, cross 30
safety
miles
advisory.
north, Myrtle Beach Airport, 1000.
Fuel knob transfer is off. Yep, indicated off. Anti-ice is not required for this. Landing lights will come on when we're below 10,000 feet.
Air Mexico 3011.
Ismail, welcome in. Welcome in, Ismail.
Clear direct Bentley, Aero Mexico 3011.
You're gonna enjoy a nice sunset approach into DC. Make sure all the tables are up.
And King Air 8 Yankee, we're reporting moderate turbulence here at Boat 240.
Mary Terry Yankee, Roger. No other reports tonight. Nobody actually.
Can you repeat for November Bravo 4429?
You had a question?
I thought I heard my call sign. It said my call sign. But, alright, we'll just leave it at that.
United 2054, clear direct Aileen.
Direct Aileen.
Center something's for tonight.
South 1490, Wash, comment Tampa 320.
2-0 for me.
With this plane on descent and stuff like that,
2-3 left taxiing gate.
you always have to watch your throttles.
American 731, you parking on the east side of the terminal or west side? Terminal 1, Terminal 2.
Near the red tape.
Terminal 2, Charlie 11.
Alright, for American, there's 731, you make the left there at Echo, and then Echo, Foxtrot to park. Have a good night.
Echo, Foxtrot to park. Appreciate you being on, weathering the storm and the laughter. Have a good night.
Take care. Southwest 1104, Wash, comment Tampa 320. November Bravo 4429, contact Potomac approach 119.85.
Potomac approach 119.85. November Bravo 4429. We'll see you. Alright, so we got our handoff to Potomac approach 119.85 in the standby. We'll transfer that over. We'll give them a call. Potomac approach. This is November Bravo 449 on the Freedom 6 through flight level 245.
Aircraft calling, I missed your call sign. Say your call sign one more time for me.
November Bravo 4429.
November Bravo 4429, Potomac approach. Hello, sir. Welcome aboard. Descend via the Freedom 6. Washington is landing south. Washington altimeter 3014.
3014, continue Freedom 6, landing south, November Bravo 4429. Now that was smooth as butter right there, that readback. Holy shit, that was a nice readback. This is smooth. Hopefully April rain. If you catch the
Sam
replay
7,
later,
Andrews, where are you parking
it's all good. Your first
anywhere
flight.
you'd like us to, Sam 7.
I'm just jumping all over the
Let's
place.
put you where the president sits. Right, Charlie, cross runway 19 right on Charlie. Whiskey to the gate. Thanks for flying.
Looking nice.
Thanks so much. Thanks for taking care of us. Right, Charlie, and then cross runway 19 right, and then Charlie Whiskey to parking. Sam 1. Sam 7, sorry.
Thanks for the trip. Cheers.
Looking good, guys. We want to make sure we got our heading
November
course.
Bravo 4429, expect river visual, runway 1 approach.
Can you repeat that for November Bravo 449? What approach?
The river visual, runway 19 approach to DCA.
Expect river visual 1 for November Bravo 4429.
Let's try that again. Hold on a second.
And about 437.
American 437, thanks for your patience. Tango approved. Call taxi, expect runway 19. Thanks for your patience. Sorry about that.
No problem.
I just want to be clear on this. An approach, this is November 4429, just to be clear, saying river visual 19.
November Bravo 4429, affirmative. The river visual, runway 19 approach.
Copy that. I just didn't hear the 9. Copy. We'll expect river visual 19, November Bravo 4429.
Thank you. Speedbird 220, contact Washington Center 133.72.
I knew it was that, but like I was like, dude,
Who
what
else
the
is
hell?
calling?
So we can go ahead and make sure we got that in there. visual 19. Double check something here. Transition straight. Yeah, that's what we want. Bam. There we go. Slow this thing up a little bit. We got a first aid kit, Dusty. We're good. We got a first aid.
Hotel Mike, hello, number 542 Sierra Alpha, coming at a signature Baltimore information X-ray, ready for taxi.
542 Sierra Alpha, Potomac departure. Hello, sir. Can you accept runway 15 left, runway length 5,500?
Yeah, let's do 15 left. We can try. We can make it. 542 Sierra.
542 Sierra Alpha, runway 15 left. Taxi via Quebec.
15 left via Quebec. 1542 Sierra Alpha. Thanks.
Potomac Sam 7, we're all parked here and gonna go Golden Dart. Thanks for everything.
Muted there. I was talking
Appreciate
about
you.
sharks.
Thanks for the traffic. Thanks for flying. See you later.
So here's our
Thanks, keep it
visual.
safe. Have a good one. See ya.
Here's our visual for runway 19, the river visual. Basically follow the river. You fly like a little fighter jet. All the way in.
Or 200 Mike Tango, Potomac departure. Hello, sir. You're at the ramp, uncontrolled. Call for taxi. For you, sir, runway 19 center available. Advisory.
So we're doing like a step descent. What up? HML Media, what up? This cabin air messing with the wife's coat.
Red 437, thank you. Runway 19, taxi to Kilo 1 Juliet, cross runway 15 Juliet.
Kilo 1 Juliet, cross runway 15.
See, we're doing like a little step descent. As you can see, this thing will come down on the left here. Our vertical speed will be about 1,200. We're looking good. We're descending, but we're kind of holding at this altitude for just a little bit, just following the charts.
North 200 Mike Tango.
We should be going faster than we are, which is my bad. We'll put the pedal to the metal here. Get the speed up.
542 Sierra Alpha, wind 1405, runway 15 left, clear for takeoff.
Take on 15 left, 542 Sierra.
Coming in for a nice sunset approach into DC. It should be beautiful. Coming in for a nice sunset approach. Put your COPD devices away here as we descend into our final approach.
American 437 winds 1708, runway 19 clear for takeoff.
19 clear for takeoff, American 437.
got all kinds of celebrities up in here. All these chud celebrities. Damn. Not Dusty Bookstore. This is my all is a trooper, so they're cool in my book, man. We're descending. I'll give a little wing view. We'll go to this other wing. There we go. See some of those beautiful colors coming out there on the sunset. Absolutely nice, charming approach into Washington, D.C. That thing that sounds like a basketball going off is the throttle. It's just being stupid. It makes like a thumping sound.
200 Mike Tango, Potomac Marsh. I haven't heard from you in a while. Since you called, do you want to accept 19 center? It's right in front of you, or do you want the taxi at 30?
So let's take speed back a little bit.
Or 200 Mike Tango, taxi runway 19 center via Zulu. Report ready.
Taxi to Atlanta Zulu.
Potomac number 5420 Alpha passing 3000.
5420 Alpha, your radar contact. Limitate flight level 190, clear direct scoop.
190 confirmed direct to scoop.
Affirmative, your clear direct scoop.
190 direct scoop, thanks.
Direct scoop.
20.
American 537 radar contacts, altitude passing.
Passing 1,100, American 437.
American 437, thank you. Clear direct Pooch, climb maintain, flight level 210.
210 Pooch, American 437.
Alright, we're making our way in. Froze up for just a few seconds there. It does that when it has to load in like scenery, like Washington D.C., which is a lot of buildings and stuff. Alright, Potomac approach, this is November 4429. Am I going to be expecting vectors for the visual for 19?
November Bravo 4429. Yes, it'll be a vector. You fly the star down to the bottom, and once you're at the bottom, I point out the river, and you follow it.
Copy that. We'll expect vectors. Yeah, we got the approach ready for November Bravo 4429.
American 437. We're gonna have to log off here. We're so sorry. We'll see you later.
We're at a slower speed at 250
No worries. Thanks for the turn.
knots.
Cheers.
Go ahead and turn on our landing lights. We're flying over Reagan right now. This Reagan right in front of us. The Potomac is to our left.
20 Mike Tango, thank you. Wind 1809, runway 19 center.
So
Dulles,
there's our river. That's going to give us the visual in the DC, the Potomac. There it is out there.
Potomac approach, good evening, Southwest 4345, level 255, descending Freedom 6 with Victor.
Southwest 4345, Potomac approach, thank you for Victor. Descend via Washington Landing South. Expect river visual runway 19 approach.
Expecting a river visual at 19 Southwest 4345.
Looking good on the approach. It's looking nice out here. Colors are looking nice, they're popping. And we're just cruising right over Reagan at like 8,000 feet. like it's nothing.
Mirror 5420 Alpha, direct Scoob, contact center 133.72.
We're direct scoop now over to center 3317 5420 Alpha. Good night.
Good night. November Bravo 4429, reduce speed to 210.
347 via the Freedom 6.
Who is that? I only got the descending via. Aircraft calling Potomac. I only got descending via in the comms. Who was that?
That was Southwest 4344.
Southwest 4344. Potomac approach. Use caution. Some responding call signs of Southwest 4345. Acknowledge.
Alright, have the similar call sign 4345, Southwest 4344.
Thank you. Southwest 4344. Descend via ATIS Victor's current. Expect river visual. Runway 19 approach. Washington landing south.
Alright, we'll descend via the approach, landing south. We have information Victor, Southwest 4344.
November Bravo 4429, descend to maintain 3000. 20 Mike Tango, your radar contacts, altitude. And 20 Mike Tango, Roger, just beware for the future, the initial altitude out of Dulles is 3000 for everyone, even if you're on SID. Your radar contact, maintain flight level 210. Choosers are Mike Tango, clear direct auto.
Clear direct auto, sorry about that.
You're good.
Potomac approach, Frontier Flight 685, clearance to the Denver airport.
Frontier Flight 685, Potomac departure. Hello, sir. I'm supposed to get a sound acknowledgement when a PDC comes in. I'm not getting them, so I apologize for the delay. Outgoing number 1.
Thank you, sir. That's for Frontier Flight 685.
Choosers are Mike Tango, stop your climb, maintain 1717,000.
1717,000. Choosers are Mike Tango.
November Bravo 4429, Potomac River is going to cross your left to right 2 miles ahead. Advise the river inside. November Bravo 4429, Roger, follow the river. Cleared visual, runway 19 approach. November Bravo 4429, Washington wind 1707, runway 19, clear to land.
Autopilot.
And our choosers are Mike Tango, climb maintain 1717,000. Looks like you stopped at 5.
Yeah, my mic was muted that whole time. All right, we're clear of the visual. My mic was muted there, but we're clear of the visual. This is where it becomes good.
There you go.
Boomer moment there.
I was going to say, if you're in the FS longitude, it's the V nav. V, you turn off the altitude, turn on the VS button, and spin it out.
Some approach, Frontier Flight 685, Alpha 7, information whiskey, ready for push.
Frontier Flight 685, thank you, push on to Kilo, approved, call for taxi, runway 19.
Spec 19, push on a Kilo, approved, Frontier Flight 685.
Alright, so we're just going to roll this visual, bring our speed way down.
Southwest 4344, 4344, expect revision on my 19 approach.
Expect reserve visual 19er, Southwest 4344.
Alright guys,
Number 20 Mike Tango, contact Washington Center 133.72. Good night, safe route.
133.72. Thank you for
We're
the
gonna hold this altitude right now.
Thanks for the traffic. Cheers.
Follow this river all the way in. River visual, baby.
Approach
It's a little
American
bumpy here because we're
600,
lower to the
setting in
ground.
caps 5 through flight level 210. Information, Victor.
American 600 Potomac approach. Thank you for Victor. Expect river visual around 19 approach. Welcome aboard.
Runway visual 19er for American
See
600.
what this looks like just outside the wings. It's wild. Yeah, we can't go over towards DC space. We're right near restricted airspace. It's crazy. Just holding the altitude right now as we come around here. Here's our first bridge. Following the river visual into DC. Planes actually do this shit. We're going to go ahead and drop gear. Add a little bit more power. The flaps to landing. Yep, flaps are in landing position. We're going to balloon up a little bit, which is okay. We're going to hold 160 knots, which is fine. Come over the next bridge here. There's Washington, D.C. right there at our 11 o'clock as we make this turn. So we got to avoid that airspace. There's runway 19. Clear to the visual. 140 knots, looking good. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty fucking cool. There's our runway. 140 knots. We'll bring that